We often describe the mind using metaphors of command and control, a pilot in a cockpit, a narrator in a recording booth, or a hard drive retrieving files. These images suggest a central authority separate from the body, but the skull contains no software and no pilot. It houses 2.5 pounds of wet, living tissue that consumes 20% of your oxygen and glucose just to maintain its internal electrical state. Motion theory begins with the observation that everything appearing stable is actually structured motion synchronizing under constraint. A thought is one such pattern. It is a temporary organization of biological activity. Unlike a rock that simply reacts to an impact, the human brain uses its own internal motion to build models of the world. It compares what is happening now with what it expects to happen next. This is the process of motion rehearsing motion. The brain uses memory and prediction to simulate a future action before the body commits to it in reality. This process relies on a physical handoff. When an electrical signal reaches the synapse at the end of a neuron, it triggers the release of chemical messengers. These neurotransmitters cross a microscopic gap to change the probability that the next cell will fire. Meaning is not found in a single impulse. It emerges from shifting coalitions of activity across massive populations of neurons. The changing state of the entire network becomes the thought. This network is a prediction engine. It does not wait for a finished picture of the world to arrive. It uses past experience to generate an expectation of what you are about to see, hear, or feel. You experience this prediction when you lift a carton that looks full but is actually empty. Your body prepared the specific force for a heavy object, and the resulting jolt is the system reeling from its own error. In motion theory, surprise is the measurable physical distance between the motion the body prepared for and the sensory motion that actually arrived. Thinking serves to shrink that distance. By constantly correcting its internal model against arriving input, the brain ensures the organism's next move is coordinated with reality. To maintain a coherent plan, the brain must apply constraint. This is the biological role of attention. It suppresses competing signals so that one specific pattern of motion can survive long enough to guide behavior. Successful patterns leave a physical footprint. Through neuroplasticity, connections become stronger or weaker based on activity. Memory is previous motion leaving the system physically altered, making that specific path easier for signals to follow again in the future. Emotion provides the valuation that shapes these paths. It acts like a gravitational slope, pulling the network toward a choice. Reason maps the possible routes, but emotion determines which ones are easiest for the network to enter. Keeping this system ready for action requires a massive metabolic investment. The brain is only a small fraction of your body mass, yet it consumes 1/5 of your resting energy just to maintain ion gradients and restore membranes after neural firing. To ensure distant brain regions can synchronize their timing, the system utilizes myelin. This fatty insulation wraps around long-distance pathways to accelerate electrical signals, allowing a unified thought to form across different physical locations. Every abstract decision is grounded in this biological regulation. Logic does not float above the brain. It is the result of physical networks consuming energy and managing timing under strict physical constraints. The evolutionary advantage of this energy-intensive system is survival. Performing an action in the real world is dangerous and metabolically expensive. Simulating that action internally is significantly safer. Thinking allows possible actions to compete in a simulation. By rehearsing the future, the organism can reject 1,000 fatal ideas before taking a single physical step. This distinguishes biological thought from artificial intelligence. While an AI can process information, it lacks a metabolism to regulate or a body with physical stakes. It has no biological cost for being wrong. We can measure these electrical surges and metabolic costs, yet a gap remains. Science can describe the coordinated motion of a network, but it cannot yet explain why that motion is accompanied by the subjective feeling of being alive. When you observe your own thoughts, you are witnessing a living network changing its state. Electrical differences surge along membranes, and chemical handoffs reopen old pathways, while prediction constructs a potential future. This process allows a living system to change which motion becomes available to it next. By preserving the consequences of the past to model the alternatives of the future, physical matter gains the ability to choose its own direction,